Welcome to SportsSource.tv. We appreciate you joining us. I'm here with Bob Hodge, freelance contributor to the Knoxville News Sentinel, Chuck Cavaleris, longtime coverer of the Vols, who writes for Southern Golf Central. This segment brought to you by Jinx Logos. You see it on my screen. Well, you did. Let's see it on the screen. There we go. Look there on the screen. We can do that again. Let's see me. Now let's see the screen. Cruz Cox.
Boy, really?
Cruz Cox, the director, is
On
fantastic.
top of his game.
He's fantastic. All right, my whole crew is fantastic. The whole crew here. Jinx Logos, though, Jimmy Andrews is that's the guy you're going to get if you call that. Jimmy Andrews, he's the owner, and he is the on the ground floor worker. If you need shirts, jackets, giveaway items, anything from coffee mugs to keychains, they can get you the right item for you. Pricing is fantastic. Most places, I've dealt with these companies before, most places you're going to get a big name item, it's going to be costly, and then they're going to dump on a bigger price just to get your logo on it. So you got to buy the merchandise, then put the logo on. The prices are low with the logo stuff through Jimmy Andrews. I'm telling you, if you run a business, this is the group to call for your logo, for your crew, for your outfit, for giveaway items. Jinx Logos. Can't say enough good things. All right. Josh Dobbs. People can't say enough good things about him. After that, I mean, it's the last thing you see. If he had had a bad bowl game, everyone would be saying, oh, gosh, Tennessee's going to stink next year. Instead, he put on a show against Iowa. And everyone now, I mean, you had a national writer say he's one of the next big things in college football in terms of quarterbacks. You've had people mention him as a dark horse Heisman contender. I keep going back to when that offensive line missed Matt Crowder at the center against Missouri and Vanderbilt. Offense didn't look great. Dobbs didn't look great. Are we building Dobbs up a little too much too fast? Or he's a junior now. We've seen what he can do. We should expect that.
I think the expectations are going to outstrip the reality just a little bit because of the offensive line. And I think you get back to what Missouri and Vanderbilt did, and they schemed for Josh Dobbs. By the time he got to those games, they had a book on him. Right. Hey, defensive ends, don't go running upfield. Stay in your place. He'll come to you eventually if we get pressure on him up the middle, which without Matt Crowder, they got pressure up the middle. I think he's going to be very good. I think potentially very, very good. Yeah. But I don't expect it to be this year. Not with the cast that they've got. I think he's still a year away. See what he does this year, and then maybe all these things that you say could be true.
Yeah, let's see how the offensive line does. But is it a little bit too much too fast? Yes. But obviously it goes with the position. It goes with the territory. Yes. But on the flip side, how many better quarterbacks are returning in the SEC this year?
That's fair enough,
Yeah, so, I mean, that's going to put the spotlight right on him, too.
Just in the East, you got Georgia looking for a new quarterback, Florida looking for a new, South Carolina looking for a new quarterback. And Vanderbilt's not sure of what they're going to do. So I think that is a fair point. I think certainly when you look at his upside, the best of Josh Dobbs lives up to these expectations.
Right.
We've seen the best of him. You haven't seen it every game. So the question is, what happens with Josh Dobbs this year if, and we talked about this during today's show, you don't have a lot of depth at running back. Let's say the running backs get dinged up, nicked up for 2 or 3 games. You don't have Hurd or Kamara. Is Dobbs capable of carrying this team by his lonesome?
No. No, I mean, not against a good defense, he's not. I mean, and I don't know of many players that would be.
I think he's capable of carrying them to an extent. I don't think, unless you say Alabama, if it's just against Alabama, no. If it's against the defensive Missouri's been consistently having lately, no.
Here's what happens. The more other players that get injured to me, the greater chance Josh Dobbs gets hurt. Because you're going to have people that know exactly where he is and in position to make plays because they're going to rule other things out.
The good news is he's bulked up, and of course Butch Jones has talked a lot about what he's telling him, which is get the first down, get a touchdown, get down. Don't take the hits. So he's got to be smart out there. But I do think, again, I understand the expectations for Josh Dobbs because you have seen the best. I just don't think that the worst should be completely forgotten just yet. And so I think exaggerations are just a little high.
See, and I have high expectations, but that doesn't include Heisman Trophy and All-American. I have high expectations of him being able to go out there and help Tennessee win winnable football games. Now, can he maybe help you pull off an upset? Can he do some of these Superman things? Potentially he can. But my expectations are high. Just go out there, run the offense, get Tennessee to 8 wins, and you've met pretty high expectations, I think.
If he improves over last year, if he's a good quarterback in the
Right.
SEC, I think there are a lot of people
Yeah.
expect him to be great this year. If he's a good quarterback in the SEC, you win 8 games this year. I think that is living up to
And-
a realistic expectation.
And John, I would wonder for another segment, it may be our expectations getting too high for Butch Jones because of the recruiting and
we'll-
because all of a sudden, and that would be one that would be a good conversation
We'll
too.
discuss that one, just not here.
I'll bet you between now and August.
Something yeah.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us here on SportsSource.tv. We will see you next week on WATE TV6 at 11 a.m. for the Sports Source. Appreciate you.